Good morning, Bo and RadishPriceGuide.com. Can't start the day without either. Let's Bo.
Good morning, Bo, and good morning to everybody out there in YouTube land. We have Snappy White with us this morning on the ones and twos from the motherland, from Germany. Anthony is joining us along with Eric and Seth. How are you, boys? What's going on? Snappy, drinking beer already?
Yeah, it's something
Good
about
for
you
you.
guys. Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, cheers.
Well, you really are in Germany, aren't you? Look at that.
That's
Wasting no time.
The German homebrew right there. Well, it is like 4:00, so right or something.
Fair.
Hey, sure, Seth. Sure, 4:00.
How's everybody doing this morning?
Amazing. Excited for the weekend, as always.
Awesome. All right, well, let's get right into it. First of all, I want to remind everybody, please like and most of all, subscribe to the show. Make sure you hit the little bell, too, to get real-time alerts as to when we go live. We're up to 660 subscribers. That's not bad for our little show here. We do every morning. So, Slappy, you have a giveaway? What is going on? What's the exciting news of the morning?
We have a giveaway. So I was talking with Big Rob, and of course we have that complete set of hero proofs. We were walking around at the National showing people the set of complete hero proofs and saying that we won it on the wheel. We're joking with people like, yeah, that was an option. There was only one. We were the first ones to win it. And so like now it's off the wheel, but yeah, we got a complete set of, no, we are so grateful to Bo Jackson Battle Arena for giving us these hero proofs so we can give them away to everyone. And what we're going to do is that we've got, let's see, until the next set comes out, they said October, we're going to assume Halloween. And so that means we'll give away a hero proof in once a month for August, September, and October. We've already given 2 away to Deadly Ice, Joe Beatty, but we're going to be giving more away. We're giving away the whole deck before Mahomes comes out. But right now,
is there a bow in there?
Yeah.
Is there a bow promo? Really?
So here is what Rob said to do, and I think it's actually a pretty smart idea, is that he said we should take all the entries from all the different contests we run for the other heroes and then enter them into the bow. So in other words, you just got to enter into one of these and then you'll be entered into the bow. And it kind of gives, instead of people coming in at the end and get it, everybody who's entered already, you're going to have an entry into bow. So if Rob's watching this morning, he can go ahead and confirm that's what we're going to do. So yes, Tex, that's going to be happening, but it'll be the last one we give out.
Great idea.
Nice. Yes, I think that's the fairest way to do it.
Wait, sure. Are we allowed to enter the giveaway? Because
yes.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, wait, Seth, let me ask you this. Do you get paid to be on Good Morning Bo?
You pay me a lot of money, and we did.
Wait, what?
The last contract.
You're getting paid?
I'm getting
Seth
paid.
is getting paid?
I was like, when it gets to the Bo one, my kids are signing up, my mother-in-law is signing up, we're all signing up.
Yeah. It's when you start getting paid, Seth, is when you're not allowed to enter it.
Fair. I'm paid in good vibe currency, if that's a thing. I don't know.
There you go. Feels. You're paid in feels.
So, Tex, the important thing we didn't mention is that where to go. So you just go to radishpriceguide.com. You can go to the tab up at the top, which says, let's see, is it going to be there? Because we reorganized it. I'm trying to say, well, if you go to radishpriceguide.com/giveaways, you'll find it. And actually, you know what's funny? Am I missing it? I don't see it right there. When we rejiggered the menu, I think giveaways fell off. So radishpriceguide.com/giveaways text. That's where we have to go. But so just go there. It's like 3 simple questions and go ahead and enter it in, and just make sure to put in whatever name you want to come up when you win it.
The questions are mother's maiden name, social security number, and date of birth, I believe, are the 3 questions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll want to have that information handy when you go to enter.
And high school ACT scores.
Yes.
By the way, that card is sick. Look at the calf roper and the silver cat. Well, bull. That looks like a bull. I ain't no calf. Just.
Yeah, no, that thing's awesome. All these are really cool.
Yeah.
I gotta get one. What did it say on the sides there? I can't quite read that.
It says artist Frank Hackett, Doxler, and it said year 2026. Then on the other side, it says hero calf roper inspired by Eric Metcalf.
Awesome.
Killer.
Very cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on.
Sharp cards to get autoed.
71 days. I mean, that's what we're saying, and it got everyone fired up yesterday with the resale. That's for sure. It's right around the corner. It feels far away, but it'll be here before you know it. We're all pumped, and let's see what happens next set. It's going to be wild.
Yeah, I can't wait. Can't come soon enough.
Yeah.
I did
What'll
like
come
that
fir-
they added a checkbox to the pre-orders. So there's 2 checkboxes at the end, and one did say, "Hey, it is expected to come out in October sometime, but there can be delays." So please agree to those possibilities.
We're gonna cover that. We're covering that. That's one of the topics today, and that, Anthony, is a surprise bullet point. We're gonna talk about that warning, that's very astute of you, Anthony, to bring that up.
Anthony is that good.
As long as we get Mahomes before GTA 6.
Hey, no full spoilers. Just it's a teaser, Seth. It's a teaser.
Yeah. As long as we get Mahomes before he bombs in the Super Bowl again, then it'll be
or
great.
that too. Hey, did you know that the Super Bowl is on Valentine's Day this year?
Oh, that's going to be a great date.
Why would they do that? Why would that's
because the NFL doesn't give it? Because the NFL doesn't care. They're the NFL. They're the king. And
Listen.
it's actually Valentine's Day's fault. The Super Bowl is always on that Sunday. So
I blame
Valentine's Day's fault. Yeah. Why can't they move? Why does the Super Bowl have to move?
That's true.
Yeah.
Wait, top of the feed here. Good Morning Bo Daily News. 6 hours left to pre-order your Mahomes 2026 update. You should have got a text if you signed up for that. If not, you got an email, probably multiple. So we're getting down to the wire. Smoke them if you got them. If you have your code, go ahead and use it.
Dude, I love when you order and you still get the text. Like I put my geek order in like immediately.
Yeah.
And then I've gotten 3 more texts, but like 9 hours left. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I ordered it, guys. I'm pretty sure I ordered it.
Do you do what I do and go put your thing back in anyway, just to make sure?
I've done that before. I'm like, wait,
I go and put my code back in. Yeah, wait, am I getting a second bite at the apple here? What's going on?
Forget that shop notification I got. Maybe I can double dip. Nah.
Right. Yeah, no, they got it all locked down this year.
No, I asked. It's a maximum of 4 boxes. So if you're at National, you're able to pre-order 3. And then if you, in my case, I got lucky and got the Dodgers box. So I was gifted $100 off for a 4th box. And then I was like, hey, do I get any other boxes? Since, I don't know, I'm special. A few different things, right? Whether you pre-ordered before at for Griffey and then Tecmo, whether you again with the Dodger box or something out there.
Hold on.
No matter how many.
We're getting into that's one of our topics today. We don't want to.
Oh, I'm jumping ahead.
The pre-sale.
See what happens if I don't show up early?
Yeah.
I guess we were 5 minutes late is what I get my text. We were 5 minutes late today. All right, scrolling down.
Wait, just quickly before we move on, for anybody that didn't get a code or didn't get an email and you think you should have, what is the
let's talk about
email address you're supposed to email?
Actually, Tex, I have a personal story to talk about the troubles of people who have had issues, and I'll share that with you during the topic session.
It's a bullet point coming up, Tex. We haven't scrolled down enough.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Should we mention this 22% increase? I mean, we're all in here. We'll all take 22% increases. For my home signers, increase the print run, mainly going to direct to customer. So please, direct to customer. Yeah. We're getting looked after here. Really appreciate it. Getting more opportunities for us to get boxes directly to our doors.
It's fantastic. The more, the merrier.
So that means we got 80 something odd signers. That's wild. I don't know the exact number, but exciting.
I think it's 82, 67 to 82. I think it is.
Wow.
Maybe.
I wonder. I wonder when we get a full checklist. Hopefully soon.
We can cover it in Good Morning Bo. That's for sure.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Oh my gosh, Eric, how much would you love that to be able to?
The real
review-
J Love says 82, and I believe the real J Love
Mm.
because it's not the fake one.
The fake J Love.
Yeah.
Eric, how much would you like to be to have Bo Jackson Battle Arena give us the full checklist so we can reveal it here on Good Morning Bo? We could do a special 2-hour, 1 hour, 68-minute show like when they give us the list, and we'll do it that day, right?
Do it over
That
a
would be
week.
nice.
We need the rankings again. We need Eric's rankings,
Oh, yeah.
but we need that proprietary information for at least 5 days. So
We
that
do, yeah,
we can reveal
yeah.
it once a day.
He's got to get
All right.
the algorithm fired back up.
So, Tex, one of the things we've talked about, it's not something for discussion point, but we put up the GMB Daily Old News because, of course, folks are busy. They don't watch the show every day. So we like to highlight just information we covered on the preceding 7 days. So as the news gets longer than 7 days, it'll fall off. But this is so that if you miss a day, you can hear what we've been talking about over last week. Automatically goes and pulls the headlines from the previous 7 days daily news. So just talking about the extra box allocations when you go to get your box, we'll talk about that in a little bit. It talked about the pre-sale that started yesterday, Thursday at noon Eastern, about the extra box option. And if you get an extra box or priority bump for waitlist, and then also about the Graviton insert and ghost weapons. So those are the headlines we had earlier this week. All right, so Tex, a couple things though, moving on. Cody yesterday asked, do we get the Mahomes promo cards for the N26 hobby that were pre-ordered at National? So we did hear back from Eric S. Thank you, Eric, so much for promptly responding. He said if they purchased at the booth at the National, yes, a Mahomes promo with a redemption to possibly hit an auto will come with their purchase. And he did verify it's one per box, not one per order. So you get one for every box you ordered there.
Sweet. I'm hitting
That's
that auto.
so 3-pack. So if you bought the whole bundle, you're guaranteed 3 packs, correct?
Yes.
Does that have the
would be-
maths?
that's
That
how the
math is mathing.
And I just want to say, Heroes Cards 280 brought up an amazing thing. Yeah, what happened to Cal Ripken? Are we ever going to get him back in Boba? He was in the Alpha set and hasn't made an appearance since. I'd love to see Iron Man back. Maybe he'll be in the Mahomes set.
We'll see.
Yeah, I like that's a little bit of a squirrel moment, Tex. I was gonna pull that out a little bit later, but what's that got to do with the Mahomes promo card?
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity.
I just saw it and I just didn't want it to get lost in the shuffle.
Okay,
I wanted to
squirrel.
address it now.
Thank you, Heroes, for that. I mean, I don't disagree with you. I love Cal Ripken. Yeah, more Cal Ripken, 100%.
So are we excited? I think this Mahomes promo card, it's going to be the diving, like the backwards diving Mahomes, akin to the sliding bone, the sliding Griffey.
Landscape.
Right?
Yep.
So, and I assume it'll come in all treatments.
No, well, so
You know.
they said it's not battle foil.
Okay.
So it's
Oh,
gonna be
really?
paper. Yep. I
So it'll just be one promo card then? There won't be.
I
Will
know
there
they-
still be separate weapons?
know they said in the headline paper, so or in the article.
Hmm.
So it'll be closer to the PSA
Interesting.
ones, at least the initial PSA ones, right?
Apparently, yeah. So, but I'm just wondering about variations. Like if there'll be a fire, a hex, a glow.
You know, Tex, those are all great questions, and we don't know the answers right now, but we will look into it and get back to you.
Yes.
I will say I'm guessing since they're mass producing and giving these out, I think it's just all paper, and then the few people get the auto. I think that's what it is. But yes, Anthony's right. By the way, J Love, if he wants to give us more information, he said selfish plug here, which I don't even know how to unpack this. We have an opportunity to see Iron Man and Mahomes on Sunday in our break, so you could take that a couple ways, Tex. Like they say, we have an opportunity to see Iron Man and Mahomes. So they could put them on the TV and they could be seeing them while they're doing their break, right? Like, is that what they mean? Or
I
do they-
thought, yeah. I mean, well, I was thinking initially that maybe they're ripping Alpha.
Ah,
They're
there
going to
you
rip
go.
some Alpha,
Well, then why
and
Mahomes?
that's how we'll see Mahomes is an Alpha.
I'm thinking about the unmasked. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Or old school Mahomes, sure.
Yeah.
Or maybe they've
OG
invited
Mahomes.
them to the break and they're opening on their stream. Maybe
It's very
that's
possible. It's very maybe they're gonna fight it out.
yeah.
Cal's
Yeah.
a big guy. He He's been known to throw a punch or two.
And
Get him in the squared circle.
he'll get back up, man. He won't
See who the real Iron Man is.
Wait, there's a promo. This is J Love from Alpha Labs. They're doing
Yeah.
their biggest show yet. It is
Oh,
gonna
here we
be-
go. Yeah.
You can I talk about it for 2 seconds? Is that
Yeah,
okay?
please.
Yes.
So they're gonna do I'm not part of Alpha Labs. Don't mind me. All right, they're gonna do an Alpha Jumbo, an Update Jumbo, a Griffey Jumbo, a Tecmo case, and a blast box,
Oof.
plus a Will of Nukes that includes 1-of-1s, blast packs, and some 200 power heroes.
Pardon me for a minute. I'm just going over to bookmark that show. Talk
And-
amongst yourselves.
And Cal Ripken and Mahomes also got an invite, so there's a chance they might stop by.
I mean that could be a thing. We know that here shortly, Sean Springs is going to be on a Whatnot stream for Bubble Breaks here in a little bit. So maybe this is what we need to do to step it up, guys. We need to invite athletes to come in our studios.
I've been
Yeah.
trying to get Todd Helton for quite a while. As people know, I'm a huge Todd Helton fan. So
I
will
figured-
let you know.
Carlton
but-
Fisk would already been here.
By the way, we should.
Well, I don't want to jump ahead, but somebody has a pretty big star in their break tomorrow.
Let's wait until we get to that.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
All right.
Just previewing the what's
we
to
should.
come.
I'm not sure if you guys mentioned while I was traveling, but with Alpha Labs is that they had one of the nicest events at National. We didn't see the first couple of years of Bo Jackson Battle Arena. This is the first year you saw, you had Shoot Straight and Swifty. They were putting together an event for a trade night. I didn't make it out to it. It was a drive away from the convention center. I heard people were able to make trades there. So that was great to see that community event. But the Alpha Labs event was walking distance. And I thought that was a great event. Tex, you ended up making a good friend. You had a long conversation with Tron there, right? That's where you really get to know
I
her?
did, yeah. I met Tron at the National, and yeah, we ended up talking for a long time and a couple different times.
And Tex, can you just explain about the amount of times you were stopped at National because of your celebrity status? And be honest, like when this woman, this attractive woman walks up to you and says, Tex, what was your first thought going through your mind? Do I have a kid somewhere? But beyond that, what was your second reaction?
My first thought was, wow, this is getting weird. That just usually the people that come up to me are people from the community that I, known somehow either through, the Discord or, whatever other things we've done through this. But to have people that I've never met before or have no relation to just stopping me randomly was a bit of a different experience. But I love it, and I love to meet people that enjoy what we do, and I enjoy doing it. So
I will
make sure you say
too,
hi if you see me.
No, Tex. Hanging out in person is the best. So if you guys ever
Yeah.
get a chance to see Tex, go bug him, please. He loves it. But yes, the trade night was amazing. I think everyone who brought their kids got sucked in. They said it was going to be a trade night. All the kids were super excited. So if you had kids, half of the people in attendance to those trade nights were everyone's kids, which was pretty cool. And then for Alpha Labs event, they put on an amazing event. If you were there, you probably would have, seen myself, seen Seth. Tex was there. You probably didn't recognize Scott because he was head deep into his laptop. Looked like he was hiding it away from everyone, but he was there. I did see him. I did say hi. So you probably missed him.
Yeah. I was submitting our team decks for the Apex World Championship Madness event.
Somebody's got to do the grunt work.
Yeah,
Priority.
which I'm glad Tex is talking to the pretty ladies at the table, sucking down his drinks, and I'm over there like with a laptop telling Quick and everybody else, I'm sorry, just give me a couple more minutes. I just got to do it for the team, right?
Hey, we
right.
all have our priorities.
All right. So one other thing that we want to mention, I love this. By the way, shout out to Big Rob, BRFTW, who's really brought this dashboard a long way just this week. So one of the things we're able to do is put in, there's an other module we have, which is awesome because now we have Spark Sports Oak, who I met. And I got to tell you guys, like when I was communicating with him before the National, he needed a Leviathan gum that I had from Alpha. Before I went to National, I have my collection on radishpriceguide.com. I have it set to public. I just shared my collection in the community. And I said, hey, I'm not looking to sell anything. So you got to be prepared to trade. But if something I have is going to complete your set, let me know and we can work something out, because I love everything I have, but it's not a set. And so the only person who reached out to me was Spark Sports Oak. First time I dealt with him. And I got to tell you, like, I was shocked when I met him, and he's, I don't know, 12, 15, however old he is, because the way he holds himself is like, I thought he was just like, you know, whatever, 30, 40-year-old dude. But like, that kid is so mature and responsible. So anyway, he reached out and he was talking about the fact that he needs a few more Leviathans to complete his set. So the ones we have here, as you can see, he's got the Grandma's Linoleum, he's got the Steel, the Fire. This is all coming out of Alpha Update. So the Steel, the Fire, the Hex, which is not a 101, and then the Leviathan Hex Rad, and then just the Hex Battle Foil. So if you have any of these cards, reach out to Spark Sports Oak.
You know, a good person who could reach out to is Dragon Speedster, my good friend out here in Michigan. Or, well, I don't know if he's right outside of Detroit, I think. Obviously, known by the name Dragon in there, he was a big chase for Leviathan and then Draco as well. So obviously, anything with the Dragon in it was his jam. But I do know he was buying quite a few Leviathan spots during this time. So maybe we can get those two connect and see if they can share some dupes they have.
Real quick, what he's looking for. Notice 3 are Grandma's Linoleum. 2 things about that. 1, people love them. I love them. And they are tough pulls. So just wanted to plug that for the grandma.
You know where he might find a couple of those. He might find a couple of those in the Alpha Labs break.
That's true.
Yeah. And speaking of Alpha Labs, he said next year will be twice as big and we'll have a trade play section too. So make sure you play with your finest cards, because there was a lot of beer being served, and I'm sure the stickiness will make those cards even better.
The beers and deals will be flowing.
All right. And then one more thing in the other section text that we have to get to.
Yes. Is
laugh every time.
hang on.
Wait, what are you hanging on?
I wasn't keeping up with the script.
This is you. This is your store.
This is me. Oh, my store. You added this in last minute. Yes, check out my eBay store. I have a bunch of stuff up for auction. All different stuff. A lot of Mahomes. I think there's
a
even
bunch
some
of stuff.
Alpha.
How many cards do you have
Yeah.
ending on Sunday?
I believe there are 97 cards. I have ending Sunday.
I mean, how many people have 97 cards ending on Sunday, dude? That's huge. And so this is all Bo Jackson Battle Arena.
Yes, all Bo Jackson Battle Arena. Yeah,
Okay.
so please check out my site. Hopefully there's some stuff that interests you. And yeah.
What's your biggest card you have on eBay right now?
I have a 7-ring, I believe it's 7-ring ice scoreboard.
That's a nice
I think
one.
it is. I'd have to go and look. But I think that's the base one. And I have a few bubble gums on there. I got a couple autos. Nothing too crazy.
What do you
But,
expect
some really
the
nice
7
stuff.
to go for, Tex?
What do I expect it to go for? $10,000.
That's realistic.
What-
There you go.
No, I don't know. I actually, honestly, I haven't checked the price guide on those cards, so I'm not sure. I don't know. I hope I can get maybe $100 out of it. It'd be nice at
The
least.
7-ring? Oh, no, you're getting more than
Yeah.
that.
All right, well,
You're
hey,
getting more than that.
I'll take whatever I can get.
Just stop using the stupid
Those-
reverse psychology.
Those credit cards aren't going to pay themselves.
And the
Okay.
sales are happening.
Yes, I got to pay for my home somehow.
Anthony, you want to talk about Boba Leagues?
Of course, I would love to talk about Boba Leagues. We have our biggest live event yet outside of the Nationals. I mean, might be bigger than any event that we've even had at the Nationals, because at Nationals, the biggest event we've had was the I think it was around 55, 60 people. This surpassed this by a crazy amount. Eric, what number are we at? Did he drop off? We did drop.
Yeah, Eric had a
Eric?
technical issue. So
Oh,
you can ask it rhetorically, Anthony.
Okay, Eric, out in the universe, I know that number's hovering around 80. Every day we check, there's a few more. So who knows? This could be 3-digit participants now. You never know. But this is actually going to be tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tomorrow at
Yeah.
Cards HQ in Atlanta, a SIL tournament with the Double Megas from Tecmo. Eric's going to be breaking live, but the prizes on this is something crazy. They're going to be giving out, I think, for at least first place, or if not a few, it is going to be Mahomes for a prize support mixed in with Tecmo. So one of the very first tournament where the prize support will be Mahomes. Obviously, you won't get it until the product releases, but this is your first chance to win some Mahomes product.
I know
That's
that
wild.
one of the things in the prize pool are N26 packs from the National.
No,
Correct.
Tex, you're going to be
What?
blown away. Do you know
There's-
what the first place is?
Jumbo.
I believe it's 3 packs, right?
Jumbo,
Three
Jumbo,
N26
3
packs.
packs. Yeah.
Listen to Seth.
Jumbo,
Yeah.
Mahomes, Jumbo, Griffey. No, is it Jumbo Griffey?
No,
Actually,
No, there is
No
no
Griffey.
Jumbo Griffey.
No Jumbo.
No, there
I'm
was
sorry.
Jumbo Griffey, no Jumbo Tecmo.
No.
Or,
and then-
that's right. That's right.
And then I listen. I just know there's a Jumbo Mahomes and 3 N26 packs. That was
And
a
a Tecmo Hobby in acrylic.
An acrylic.
and a Tecmo
Yep.
Hobby and acrylic. Okay, thank you for
I
clarifying.
mean, Tex,
So
that's
first-
first place. That's first place.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
first
no.
place. Yeah, yeah.
No, I mean, and second place is the only difference is less N26 packs. So
Yeah.
the top 4 people are
Yeah.
getting 26 packs.
right.
First place is getting 3. First and second, the only difference is the number 1 player is getting 2 extra sealed N26 packs. Second's getting 1, and then they're both getting jumbos, Mahomes jumbos for top 2. And third and fourth is Mahomes Hobby plus a Tecmo Hobby in acrylic, so you get that nice little display there, plus 1 pack. And then 5th through 8th get a Tecmo Hobby in acrylic. So whoever they're going through for the acrylics for the hobby boxes, those are going to be nice. Hopefully we see some more out there, because there is more than just Tecmo Hobbies that people probably want these acrylics for, that probably already have a nice little stash in their closet. But that is going to be cool to see.
Awesome.
Yeah. The acrylics are very nice with the boxes, I must say. I wasn't a fan of those at first, but now that I have a couple, I really
Some things
like
just
them.
got to grow on you, right?
Okay, but
Yes.
the important thing for people in the Atlanta area, just be aware. There might not be a spot for you, so don't plan to just drive in. I know the Herg and Arena of 7, they're doing a monster drive up from Florida. They have their spot secured. So if you're in the area and you want to check it out, definitely go in. But if you're doing anything, and nobody can drive quickly anywhere in the Atlanta area, so probably for everybody, you just want to secure your spot, head over to bobaleagues.com. It says 13 spots left right now. All right, next up, Tex. We've got this feature we're going to add in, Radish Price Guide feature. We don't talk enough about what's going on. We recently dropped some videos about the price alerts, about the deal page, which shows like the cards that are most under the last sale, percentage wise and dollar wise. But we're going to take a look at the 1-of-1 tracker today. For folks who don't know, you can head over to radishpriceguide.com, and then you go to collect, and then down to 1-of-1 tracker, where we've actually been tracking 1-of-1s since the alpha era. Of course, I've been involved with Bo Jackson Battle Arena since before they printed the first card. Started tracking the 1-of-1s back then, and then Rob has just really supersized it with the Radish Price Guide. So we have 910 1-of-1s logged as being pulled. When you go ahead and take a look at, let's just take a look at the Tecmo set. So we look at just Tecmo. We've got 217 logged as being pulled. And I just want to give a shout out to 3 people, to Brandon May, to Card Shark Sniper, and to the community who keeps getting them. Tex Hooper, I know you get the emails when somebody submits a 1-of-1 because you're an approver. But so the community and the community and Card Shark and Brandon have been amazing, and I can't thank all 3 of them enough.
Yeah, no, the tracker's phenomenal. And stuff is popping up there. I mean, there's like 2-3 cards a day seem like are getting added to that tracker. So
yeah,
the more people rip, the more that's getting discovered. It's great.
You know, I will say, Tex, I reached out to somebody. They just created their Radish Price Guide account, and they submitted 2 1-of-1s from that they ripped in May of 2025. And
Wow, really?
And they just and one of them was Cheetah. Let's see, one of them was Cheetah, and I'm trying to think who the auto was. But like, I think the other one was. I was like, whoa! I was like, I haven't seen these before, but I'm really curious because we've often thought about like, hey, did the Bo Super Auto from Alpha, did it go out to somebody who just went into a store, ripped it, doesn't know what they have? Because of course we're so in the small community, like, and that's a bigger discussion about 1-of-1s. I was thinking that with rainbows and sets and one of ones, we've been able to collect it because we're such a small, close community that it really has been, the majority has been on the inside. But I don't know if we cross that with Tecmo. I think probably so, because we just can't see the forest for the trees. I think we're past the point now where we kind of see the majority of what's going on. I think the majority is happening outside of the small activist community. And so I think this person who ended up coming in, and recording them, maybe there's someone who's been around since day one and they just haven't had a Radish Price Guide account, didn't report the sales. But I'm thinking it's somebody who is a Bo Jackson Battle Arena collector and they just found Radish Price Guide, just found Good Morning Bo. They're just submitting their one of one. I don't know.
Mhm.
Be interesting
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah, and with the secret one of ones from past sets and everything, there's people are going through stuff and realizing they have a one of one. Maybe they didn't even know it was a one of one at the time, but now because of the price guide, they realize they've been sitting on a one of one this whole time.
And Tex, just to catch up on some of the comments, Heroes, who you called out earlier, said we were going to go, but my son had something come up, so assume he's talking about the Atlanta event. Meanwhile, Card Shark Snipers said he's going to be there. Cards also says that Cards HQ is also going to have Tecmo Hobbies unsealed for $550 for tomorrow, if I remember correctly, which was a big. What
that's
was
a hell of a
it at
deal.
National, Tex?
$500 at the National, so
So that's,
only $50 more.
Yeah, it is. And by the way, I thank you, J Love, for the comment. Loves Radish Price Guide and especially Boba Leagues. Real J Love says we probably have 3 one of ones that are not reported right now.
Get on
Well, get on the stick, J Love. Come on, what are you doing?
Because they're doing it strategically. They want to surprise the community. Like, look at this.
Oh,
you got to
Cardio
record
crazy
it properly.
that too. What's that, Anthony?
You got to record it properly.
Yeah, there's a place for it.
So let's talk inserts and weapons now. What do we think? What should there be for inserts? Do we like the new inserts? What do we like the number of inserts? And we have the Bowden to 99s, Golden Dogs. Let's talk through this stuff.
So are we talking insert?
Hold on. No, so Tex. Oh, so I got to tell you, before the show, Tex was in his office doing this, and he wasn't looking at me. And I said, Tex,
I was looking at you.
I said, just give me 2 minutes, because what's going to happen during the show, you are not going to do it right, and I'm going to recall this moment.
You want to talk about the ghost insert?
No, Tex, what does it say at the top of the words you're supposed to read? What is it? Below text and above the headline, what does it say?
That's so tiny. Coming up.
Okay. So were we supposed to talk about it now? Because that's the tease in order to get people to eat their medicine. And what's the medicine?
The medicine is, let's talk breaks. The medicine is advertising.
We'll talk
Gotta
about
pay the
those
man.
things right after we talk about where these guys are breaking.
Listen, we're just figuring this out as we go.
The coming soon prompt isn't on my script.
Seth,
Coming soon isn't on my script.
Seth, we're not figuring it out. We had this discussion this morning, and I told him to stop and pay attention.
Oh my God, it's like
We're
information
not as
from
sharp as we used to. You said 30 and 40-year-olds earlier. It is more like 40 and 50-year-olds on average at best.
Yeah. It also, with talking to Slappy, everybody that knows it's information from a fire hose. So good luck keeping it all tracking.
Wait,
so let's talk breaks. Let's talk breaks.
Our man Eric has a couple coming up. He's got one today,
He does.
10:30, one Saturday, 10:30. Looks like he's ripping a hobby case today, and 2 tomorrow. I'm not sure if he's doing Pick Your Hero with spots live or if it's going to be random. But yeah, he continues to put out great breaks. Go check him out.
Did you see what they've hit yesterday? They hit the Manster Super Auto.
I
in his afternoon break with Mia.
Really?
Yeah, super jealous we weren't in on that break.
Did I see correctly that, and this may be old news, but the Bazooka hit the Gronk Super Auto?
Yeah.
When did
did
that
that happen? I seen it on the Instagram.
Yeah.
I saw it on the gram too. I don't know. A few days ago? I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. I saw the reel came up and I was like, holy Moses.
Yeah.
Seth, tell us about your break.
Sunday, we're going back in time, doing some Griffey. So Yeah, we'll rip a hobby, a little smaller, do some megas, blaster. I'll have some family here. The kid, he's not a kid anymore, and his buddy is going to help me rip. It's going to be a great time.
Excellent. And Anthony, when will we
Yeah.
see you next?
I will be going on Thursday. We got singles that we do every Thursday. This last Thursday, though, I had a release day double mega that I did a quick break on because we do breaks. Did a cool little squad break with like 30 spots, and was interested to see who the topper was. Can you guys guess who the topper was in my release day Tecmo double mega that we broke randomly in the middle of the single show?
Lawrence Taylor.
Oh wait, hold on. Hold on.
Is that Bo?
Oh, it certainly is.
Oh, mercy.
There you go.
I got to pack this up here after the show, but yep,
That's amazing.
topper was a Bo
Who
Jackson.
hit it?
The Brock.
Nice. Congratulations
Brock
to
came in
him.
early.
Congrats,
We did
Brock.
one double mega just for funsies, and it was a banger.
That's great.
I wonder what the last sale of one of those boats. I think maybe
It was a little over
$300. Was it?
Yeah,
Okay.
They're still nice.
Yeah, that's great. Do you know, have you heard of anybody trying to put a set of Pixel helmets together?
I have
Yeah.
all the Raider players.
Yeah. So yes, I have heard.
Gawking,
And
gawking.
it ain't cheap. So or
No, it's not.
it's
No.
either- enjoy it.
Yeah, I think are there 50 something of those helmets?
Well, it depends on if you're going
In
for
the
the ultra or
center.
not. So you could do it a couple different ways, right? You can just get one of every hero. That's probably
Right.
the easiest. So you
Yeah.
kind of get whatever comes up. Or you can be a crazy completionist and try to get one of every. I mean, aside from the one-on-ones, that's going to be nearly impossible. But that would be wild.
Oh,
And
and there's the man right
impressive.
there.
Yeah.
Brock,
Is
best $5 spot ever.
that true? He spent $5 on that spot?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a double mega squad. I mean, how much do you expect spots to go for? We were just trying to, be
Wow.
have a cool little thing going on during the day. There was nothing crazy, very valuable break for one double mega. I don't know.
Turn $5 into 300. It's a pretty good day, I'd say.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Slappy, are we ready now? Are we ready to move to the parallels and inserts?
We sure are.
All
Drum
right.
roll, please.
So, we've already revealed number one. What do you guys think? Is there a limit to how many parallels there should be?
Tex, I got to ask you before we get there. I call them parallels. I notice Frenchie and Bobo always calls them insert. I'm a card collector from a little kid. I used to always have my baseball cards. I was never like B-Jams or you like a professional or like Eric, like an adult male collecting cards. So there's certain nuances, like the whole coin photo. I was like, I didn't know anything about coin photos until Boba. But is insert and parallel the same thing? I call them parallels, but I noticed that Frenchie and Boba call them inserts.
In my mind, they're the same thing.
We know what you're talking about.
We
So if you
need
said-
where's Retired Squid, aka C-Town, to let us know that they're called treatments. I've always called them parallels as well.
Treatments.
Yes, exactly. Some people in the community call them treatments. I don't know the correct terminology, but I don't think there's a incorrect terminology. We all know what we're talking about here.
Well,
Yeah.
Cardchuck says there is an incorrect phrasing, and that was mine. But the treatments, I'm used to that with Wonders of the First when we talk about the classic foil, formless foil, paper. But it's interesting because they don't seem really. The treatment to me is just whether there's foil on it or not. Where I kind of feel like that's not a treatment when you go from a rad to grandma's linoleum. They're whether it's battle foil, like an orange blue battle foil versus a blue battle foil, or an orange battle foil versus a blue battle foil, right? Those are the same treatment. They're battle foil, but they're different inserts or parallels. But
Now
So
we're
you
getting
lean
the
more
weeds here.
towards inserts or parallels than treatment.
I'm going to just dumb it down for all of us. If it looks different, that's what we're talking about. Okay.
Special.
Yeah.
It looks like a special card.
If you get one different looking card in a pack, that's probably what we're
That's
talking
what
about.
that's what we mean.
Sometimes it could be two.
Right.
And by the way, guys, I obviously could have gone to AI and I could be like, what's exactly the difference between these? But I'd like to actually, that's the whole point for this discussion. I knew Card Shark could correct me. You guys could help with that. I get insert is like a limited ones that kind of go in versus maybe parallels are all in there. But they did refer to, just to be clear, Graviton was listed as an insert in their terminology. Parallel is mine. So for the sake of the discussion text, let's leave it as for this discussion, what is the difference? And actually, maybe Card Shark can help us. If there's a difference, what are the inserts in Bo Jackson Battle Arena versus the parallels?
I'm just gonna like
Breezy.
get confused.
What about a parallel insert treatment?
All right.
I think you just go with whatever you're comfortable with linguistically.
How about
Okay.
You know, if you like I think we all know what we're talking about when it comes right down to it. So
let's
whether
try
you
to
say treatment or parallel or insert,
So
I think
he's
everybody
saying
pretty much gets it.
Card Shark says, no, I don't. Like, but the color battle foil is, he's saying that's an insert, and the different colors. So the orange is a parallel of the insert, and the blue is a like, of course, the ice is the weapon, but the blue is the parallel of that. So the fact that the Graviton is there as a new insert, then we don't know what we can have as a parallel. But of course, the only thing. All right. Well, anyway, that's beyond. But so, is there a limit to how
You're
many?
making us more confused.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, well, Breezy said it. Breezy's next comment said it parallel insert treatment. Whether you say it that way, treatment insert parallel. I mean, maybe we just need an acronym for all the things that we're miscalling it. We'll call them tips or pits or whatever you want to do. But we know what we're talking about.
Let's get so back to the tips. Let's answer the question,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
Is there a limit of how many parallels?
Yeah.
That's the question. So
How many
I don't-
inserts? How many inserts?
how many?
Like, are we
Here we
asking?
go.
Do we want to see a limit of them?
Yeah, just
I don't.
think-
There's no question mark on this. Is this a statement?
I'm gonna give you my economics answer. And listen, I don't.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Just before you do that, is there a question mark, Anthony? It starts with "is there." Like, do you need a question mark? How is that a statement? Like, you could never say that. Is there a time?
Anthony's a stickler for proper
That
grammar.
can never be a statement. All right, Seth, go ahead with your economics.
So actually, Mr. Jeff French made this statement a while back when talking about the
Was there a
move
question
to
mark on it? Or
there's not a question mark. The move to the no more secret 101s, but yet they'll be lower numbered for reasons. Anyway, so I'm just going to use round numbers to keep it simple. Let's say 101 sells for $1,000, but then you add two more, right? So then instead of they're not all going to be worth $1,000, but now if they're all worth 500, you're still increasing the value and increasing the insert. I think we can do it as long as it doesn't dilute the overall experience and overall value of collectability. That's my answer. I'm using it in that way.
I've loved so far that they've kept the hobby inserts, treatments, parallels, whatever we're calling them, pretty standard across all the sets. And as they've added new treatments, whether it's retail, those have a different print run. So kind of keeping them separate, letting us old heads still have the feel for print run on hobby product. Obviously, that will change a little bit, but keeping that separation is kind of nice. So if you're going to add a new treatment, just leave our great grandma's linoleums as case hits and the pop around the same.
Mm-hmm. Deadly, that's a really good point. So like it's happening now, and it goes back to what I was just talking about. I think spread out over the multiple parallel inserts, treatments, whatever, we're still positive. So but when we compare it to alpha, when we had less, and it just seemed more scarce, and they're still scarce, but the juxtaposition is it doesn't feel quite as scarce just because we do see more inserts.
Yeah, I think the number of inserts that we have in Boba right now, I think we're in a pretty good sweet spot. I don't think there's too many, and I don't think there's too few necessarily. The value stays up, and I like how each insert has even though it's not necessarily publicly known, but each insert has a certain print run, to it. So, and they, mixtapes are fewer than blizzards, and blizzards are, more than bubblegums, and vice versa,
Sure.
I like how that works. And I think Boba's got a nice little happy medium going here.
Mm-hmm. Mhm.
Okay. The next one I
Oh.
revealed is which inserts are untouchable, and Anthony can start off by going on about his grandma linoleums. Or no, maybe that was you, Seth, earlier, right? Yeah, that was you.
That's me. Grandma's linoleum glows. Don't touch them ever. Keep them.
No, we're not getting into weapons.
Oh, sorry.
Just inserts.
No, I'm talking about a green glow battlefield. Excuse me.
Case hits.
Yeah,
Case hit battle foils, the green glow, keep them.
green glows. Keep them.
I
Yeah,
think
I mean,
bubblegum.
I think-
Bubblegum must never go.
Oh, they're never going. There's no way.
It's hard, right? Because there's what came out in alpha, but then they introduced an update. They introduced the Miami Ices, the mixtapes, and the fire tracks, which, some of those can stay, maybe some of those can go. And then they did Skylines here recently, and those are amazing too. And I think they need to bring those in regular sets, so it can't just be Tecmo exclusive. But for me, which ones are untouchables? I don't think this is going anywhere. I think Rads are here to stay, but those are cool. I do like that they changed up the color in Griffey, and then in Tecmo has that more 8-bit variation to it. But Rads for me are things that are untouchable. I think they're the coolest looking ones out there. You take the hero out of it, and they're still a cool looking background. Yeah, that's probably mine. And then Blizzies are up there at the second.
I will say, Anthony, to your point, they did Tecmo Rads really well. I
Mhm.
thought that crossed over into the Tecmo set. Like they did a great job on that.
Are we counting metallic autos as an insert? Because those I would
Yeah.
like to see stay forever.
Card
I'm sure-
Shark, is
I'm
that
sure
a
they will.
parallel? Sorry, Seth, go ahead.
Yeah, is that considered a parallel? A metallic
just-
auto?
Agreeing.
I mean, I would think so, right?
Yeah.
Anything that's shorter print, something that feels a little more special. Yeah, metallics got to stay. I like the usability of metallics. When you get into some of the higher stuff, whether it's like hex autos, bubblegum autos, they're super short printed, but you can't use them necessarily in decks as easily as you can metallics because they're just stills. So I love me a good metallic.
Hey, Anthony, one question for you, because wasn't you who was talking about playing with a double check deck a while ago? You were talking about that on a show, I think like 6 months ago.
Yes, I had made that comment.
And if you look in Anthony, go ahead and read the comment here on the screen, and then if you can respond to it and kind of tie that in.
Yeah. So Butler asked for the playing the game, are green glows from Griffey the same inserts as green glows from Tecmo or Update? If you have the same hero, say double check, can you use 2 different powers? So green glows, yes, for the purposes of Apex Madness, any of the Madness sets, anything that is a same treatment, whether it's a green glow from any set, those are still considered color treatments. And then, example, like the logos, whether the first time we seen them come out, they were vertical, and then in Tecmo, they're horizontal. All those are still logo treatments. So they can be used similar in Madness. And if you're asking if you can use them in the same deck, the way the decks work, as long as there's 4 specific descriptions on a card. Let me get a good example real quick. Here's one. So, where are we at here? So you'll see that it says attack. I know it's a little fuzzy there. Attack is the hero name. Under that says Dak Prescott. Unmask, that is the hero pose. On the other top corner is the power, and on the bottom left is a weapon. As long as one of those 4 are different from the others, you can use it. So if this was a attack still, unmasked, but that random number was a 170, then you would be able to use it, and you could have 2 deck stills in your deck.
Excellent.
Scott's on mute.
Oh, Slabby, you're muted.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks,
There you
Anthony. Before we move on to number 3, I just want to throw in, I don't think I heard you guys say mixtapes. Man, I'll tell you, as the time goes by, I'm so jealous of, there's a community member we know who built a mixtape collection. And not only are they rarer than people think, but they're just gorgeous. Like every weapon on that.
Well, I didn't want to jump ahead because I didn't know if it was going to be revealed, but I would love to see Blizzards come back along with like mixtapes.
Well, remember, it's when you say come back, Tecmo was just, remember Frenchie explained to us in the end of the year Bow Battle Arena that we did, that was going to be very different and we were stepping away.
Right.
So you would expect it to go back. So Okay, so actually, Tex, let's go into the assumption that they are coming back. But here's another one we'll throw out there for the community and for you guys on the panel is what ideas do you have for like what kind of insert would you like to see? And that's kind of hard on the spot, like dreaming something up. But like, I mean,
Not for me.
Yeah, I mean, not for me either.
Go
You
ahead.
guys start then.
Go, Seth. You said it first.
I want to see a headline glow. I don't know if you can do a hex because I want to keep. I think maybe you have to keep the hex outside of retail for some reason. But throw in a glow. Give me a headline glow. I love that.
And for me, it's prints, right? We already love the grandma's linoleum. Obviously, that's coming off linoleum floors. We have rads that gives you like a saved by the bell kind of thing. I actually really like the big pixels that were in Tecmo. Give me that checkered board. Give me something that just gives, a print that's very timeline specific. Who knows? Maybe you had an aunt that was really into cheetah print. Give me a whole cheetah print bracket around. I don't know. Maybe an animal style where one's zebra, one's cheetah, based on some weapon power.
I think
Anthony
likes
alligator skin. I don't know. Whatever it is, give me something wild.
Didn't we have that a little with the Coliseum inserts? They had like the tiger striping on the,
and everyone loved the fire
the
because it
bottom
color
of it.
matched.
Yeah,
All right,
the
Tex.
fire was great.
Yeah.
So Tex, we got 9 minutes and I'm trying to get us back on schedule for timing on the different shows. Next one up. Is there a limit to how many weapons? Because of course the news earlier this week was the Graviton insert and the Ghost weapon. And right now, the only weapon on Graviton will be a Ghost. We don't know if Ghost will be on a different insert. The way they worded it didn't sound like it, but they also didn't make it clear that Ghost wouldn't be on any other insert. But so the question is, I think we're up to, we mentioned it earlier, I think this puts us at 8 for weapons where we go there. Is there a limit to how many weapons? Because of course, the more weapons they have, the more cards they can print, the more they can grow the community. So this is one way. Increasing the autograph collection is one way to grow to the community. Increasing the inserts and the weapons is another way. But how many weapons is too much? And I will say, for those of us who remember, the digital version is I still like Biohazard over Glow. Like I like it called Biohazard. I think it's different than Glow, and it's just like, I would love for them to do some kind of old school thing where they actually released like a set as Biohazard, just as a nod to its origins, and then they can go back to Glow afterwards.
Okay, that's a good thought.
I would say that there is a limit to how many weapons you can have in a set, but I will also say I don't think we've reached that limit yet.
Well, if you do, I agree, and I think Anthony would like this statement. It's going to affect the playability, and how you build decks, and even you may have to expand a deck from 60 to 70 if you start adding weapons. But I don't know. That's my first thought.
I mean, Slappy, what'd you say? There's 7, 8 weapons now.
I think it's 8 now.
I think maybe 10 would be the max.
Yeah,
maybe
because
10 weapons.
We have fire, ice, steel, brawl, glow, hex, the super, and
bubblegum.
Yeah, it's like I'll go back and check.
So
this.
from my standpoint, I don't have a preference on limit of weapon types as long as we get plays specific to those weapon types. To my knowledge, can't think of a brawl specific weapon or play type yet. Whether it's Ghost, whatever we have, as long as there are plays that coincide with the weapon types that people can get creative with their decks, I'm for all of it. The more different types of decks that we see, I think that just makes the play more unpredictable. And I think that's a really good thing.
Okay. Moving on, Tex, is that the next question, which weapons are untouchable? We've seen this, they take the grilling and chilling may not come back. So which weapons are untouchable?
I think kind of the original weapons, the hex, the glow, fire, steel, ice, all those, the original weapons, I think have to stick around.
Brawl,
I don't know, outside of that,
throw Brawl in there,
Yeah.
just because really
You think?
popular especially for the autos. People, they tend to enjoy the look of that. So yeah, I think you got to keep that one.
The art alone on Brawls, 100%. Some characters having boxing gloves over others. I mean, Muhammad Ali in the Brawl was kind of Big deal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was special.
Okay, and then which idea, real quick, lightning round. Anthony, what weapon would you add?
Oh, I don't know. Come back to me last. That's a hard one.
It's that-
I'm not a fantasy guy. I don't know what kind of magic.
What
stuff-
weapon? Oh shoot! I just got to make up a nebula. I don't know what that would be.
Okay, the nebula.
God.
Tech.
I was
That's
gonna
what
say
you
like
say?
a black hole or something. I was also going
Were you
into,
really?
into
Tech?
the galaxy. Yeah, I was going into space. I was thinking like a black hole
Yeah, right. There you
weapon
go.
or something like that.
I mean,
I think
I would say that, right? I mean, we have a lot of things that always were like fire, ice. What do we always have? Earth,
Yeah.
lightning, wind, something like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess I could say lightning. We need some poses that are resemblance of Thor or something, right?
What about like invisibility? So like all the heroes could be like partially invisible.
Or better yet,
Something like
wait,
that.
which speaking of which, for people
Could be
who are
the
in a
ghost.
national,
I don't want to crap on that one, but we got to workshop the invisibility.
they're just gonna be blank cards. But Tex,
Yeah,
remember, it's like
the the blizzy that's just white. There's nothing off.
yeah, you're like he's like
Yeah.
you really can't see the characters. I'm
He'll
like,
just
what?
he'll just have the hero's name and his power. And other than that, it's just blank.
I'm just playing.
Tex, remember at National when we saw the artwork on the walls? For folks who weren't at National, I'm not sure if
Yeah.
they've heard, but you can see the bones now inside the animals. that
Yes.
ride inside. Not everyone, but some of the heroes and some of the.
That's in the
pictures.
glow. That's in the glow inserts.
That's right. The glow inserts, some glow inserts. All right, moving on
Yeah.
because we're going to have to wrap it up here in a second. The Bow 99s to the Golden Dogs is that should we have stuck with the Bow 99? So that's a question. Should they have stuck with it, guys?
No,
No.
I like the change that all the ones that currently at the Bat Breaker and the Ball Breaker one are going to be trilogy tickets. I think that's super cool. And then switching it out for future ones, being full art golden foil dogs is pretty amazing.
Smart move.
I've never heard it referred to as the ball breaker.
Me neither. I'm like, we talking
I
about the
like
same
it.
thing.
I like it. It just took me a minute. I was like,
We know what you mean.
yeah.
And now they will forever be referred to as that.
Should they change the world entry every year? What do you mean? You're muted again, Snappy.
Question mark.
So we went from bows to hot dogs. Should it change it? Why should it stay at hot dogs?
I think hot dogs are like part of the origin story. Hot dogs were one of the first things conceived.
Right.
And Jeff was thinking up this little game. So
And in
hot
the
dogs
lore,
are an integral part of the game. Yeah.
totally. We eat the radioactive hot dog for our special powers. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
love
like
the-
the golden dogs. I made the reference the other
Yeah.
day to like the golden entry ticket for Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
golden dogs are super cool.
Exactly. Yeah. Gotta stay with golden dogs for sure.
All right. And so, Tex, we will have to, I know that we have some hard outs here. And so we'll wait for the pre-sale process to be over to share thoughts like what the community thinks, the improvements, what they liked, what they didn't like. I'll share, like, I actually still have not been able to use my code yet. I received customer service response within 45 minutes, didn't solve the problem, and I'm still without a solution right now. But I think that's going to have to do it for us today, Tex.
Well, quickly though, before we end, what if people are having issues? What is the customer service email address they need to reach out to?
I believe I used help@bowbattlearena.com. Let me double check the ones that I did. I know sometimes people have talked about they've used info. And of course, I think somebody in an exchange with Frenchie talked about the fact that they used that. But it was help@bowbattlearena is the one that I used.
Okay. And the team wants emails. They don't want you trying to go through the Discord to do this. They want direct emails.
Yep. So the key thing is they want you to, before the pre-sale ends, send it to help@bowbattlearena.com. Just get your email into them before the 27 hours is over at 3 p.m. Eastern today. If you get that logged in, they will take care of you. They're handling all the issues, so don't expect the resolution before 3 o'clock Eastern today, but you will be taken care of.
correct.
Yeah. They will definitely get to you. Thank you, Seth. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you to Eric, who had some technical difficulties, had to leave us. Thank you to Slappy on the ones and twos. This has been the Friday edition of Good Morning Bo. Seacrest out.